Hello, welcome guys. In the last video tutorial, we were able to fetch data from our database, okay, and then we display it in our explore page. Okay, so what we are going to do here, sorry about that. So what we are going to do here now is to work on the add food item page, and then come here back. Okay, we come back here and then do something there. Okay, so inside here, inside this main screen, I'm going to create an outbar which will contain a drawer, a sample drawer, so that I can be able to switch to the add food item page and then back to this page anytime I want. Because now currently, if I want to go to the add food item page, I have to uncomment this and then comment this page and then save it, and then we see that page and all that. So I'm just going to create a simple drawer. Okay, so let's go inside our main screen. Okay, you know that the main screen contains all the four pages. Okay, the home page, the other page, and all that. So inside this main screen we also have a scaffold. I'm going to take this color off because we don't need it, because all the pages comes with their own color. So to do this, I'll come here and then create an outbar here. Okay, and then inside the outbar, when I save it, you see that there will be an arrow at the top there. Okay, that is okay for now. And inside here, we are going to make the color, okay, the background color to white. Okay, and then when we save it, we want to blend that color with this one, and then we have to remove the elevation. Okay, we set the elevation to 0, and then we don't see anything, but then you can see that the arrow is there white, and then this color is different. So in the home page, okay, I'll go there and then set the background color of this careful to white, and then now you can see that they all blend together, and then we can't see any difference now. So inside here, I'm going to remove the extra padding, okay, which is at the top. And then remove this one. Okay, that's good. So back to our main screen here. In the scaffold, I'm going to add the drawer. Okay, add a simple drawer here, and then save it. Okay, and we should get an icon here. So let's see, I think the icon is there, but we are not seeing because of the background color. So, or the background color white here. So in the app bar, we can set the icon theme data. So icon theme data here, and we can specify the color to colors dots black here, and then we can see it. Okay, so automatically when you use the drawer here on your scaffold, and then you have an app automatically to add this menu icon there. You can choose to remove it and then do something there. Okay, but then this is what you get. Okay, so now we also have another problem here. When you click here, you see that the drawer is inside the notch area, and that is what we don't like. So to solve this, the main screen, which contains all the pages, I want to quickly wrap the scaffold widget with a safe area widget. Okay, a safe area widget. Okay, so yeah, and then when I save here, I should see a change in here. Yeah, you can see that the notch area is okay, and then we can see that that's okay. So let's check the other pages if it's containing this. Okay, that's so let's go and then remove the extra pages from the favorite page, which is now the explore page. So when we come here, we can remove this. Okay, vertical whatever from there, because that's for the top and bottom. We take it out, and then we have this one there. And then let's check this other page. We also have this extra page, padding there. And then when we check, we can see that the padding is actually not, it's just an outbar. So we can just take the outbar, since we have an outbar on the main screen. So let's take this one off. So when we save it here, we can see that it's gone. And let's check the other one, the profile page, and then this one too is having the extra padding here. Let's check and then take it off. So we can take this one off, and that is okay for now. Okay, you can see the colors of the pages are not the same, so let's check the color too. Okay, and then let's save to blend it. Yeah, now you can't see any difference. Let's check the other page too. Let's put a background color here, color the white. And let's check the favorite page, which is not the explore page. We've not changed the name of the file yet. So when we come here, let's do it on the container. Okay, because yeah, So I think now we are okay to go. We are good to go. Yeah. So you can't see that there's actually an Upbow, but then we are using an Upbow for this. So now when we click on this one here, we want to add a list style here so that when you click it, it just open that page for us. Okay. So let's quickly do that here. To do that, let's go to our drawer. Where's the drawer? In our main screen here, inside our drawer here. So let's just put a child there, and then let's put a column. I'm just adding one, and then the children, and then we can put our list there. Okay, and then in the list we can set the title, and then we can put a text there, and specify add food item. Okay, so when we do this, we know that um then let's just add an icon to it for now. So icon, I'm sorry, not icon, leading, and then icon. Okay, the leading is the first to come on the list so we can just put something there. Any icon that you want for now, because this is temporal. We click on this, and then we see this. So now I want to make sure that when you click on this add food item, it opens the add food item page. So let me just start this more for now, and we can go ahead with it's supposed to be small too. And then we can specify the font size here to 16.0 and then save it, and let's see what we get. So we have this. So now when you click on it, I want to open the, so let's go to, I want to open the add food item page. So on top here, let's add a navigator dot of contest dot push. Okay, and here we are going to, sorry, we are going to pass in the material page route. Okay, we are not on routing yet, but for now we are just doing this, and then we can go ahead and let's see, we can just go ahead and add the builder here. Sorry, builder, and we can add a build contest. Okay, and then we can also pass in the page that we want to go. That's add food item, and then that's okay. So with this one, now when we click on this, it should open this page for us, and that's what I want. So let's go back. Okay, when I click on this back here, it takes me back here. Anyway, so that's okay for now. So with this one here, okay, if you want to know how to just, when you click and then you don't want to come back and see the drawer, you can just add a navigator dot of contest pop. So navigator dot of contest pop, okay, here, and navigator dot of contest dot pop. Sorry, not inside this place, sorry. You have to take it outside and then bring it here. Sorry. So when you save this, okay, and then when you click on this, and now when you come back, you shouldn't see it. Okay, so now it's not there. So that's just by the way. If you want to do it that way, that's okay. So now we have this, and let's go and then work on this page, the add food item page. So what I want to do here is to make sure that we are handling error. The first error that we will get in this scenario, let's go to the food model here. The first error that we are going to get is when the internet is off. Let's say you don't have internet connection, and then you try to click this button, the whole page will freeze. Okay, that is an error that we are going to get. So we have to handle this error. Okay, so we can surround or wrap this whole function here, okay, with a try catch. Okay, and let's do that. When we do that, we put our code inside, okay, and then we catch the error. So suppose there's any error on the system, we can catch the error, and then we can do something with the error later. So let's say print error here, and let's say, let's see, let me just add a text here. So connection error, and let me just bring this one here, cut this, and then put it here. Okay, so let's do something like this, and let's see. And let's intentionally turn this internet off for you to see something here. Okay, I turn this one off, and then we try to pass in something. Let me just open this debug console for you to see. Okay, so we have this, and then we say something. Let's enter something, and then category. Forget about that. The values there. So descriptive, and then maybe any value. Just entering any value. Okay, so now when I click on this, we should get this rather. Okay, and but it shouldn't freeze our page. So when I click on it, clicking on it, I don't see any error. Okay, and I don't know why. Okay, I'm not getting any error. That's okay. That's oh, sorry. This is not having the computer, the machine, the laptop is not having an internet connection, but the phone is having an internet connection. So we obviously it will still post. So when you check, um, even though this, let me just quickly connect to the internet for you to see what I'm talking about. So it's actually because our phone is still having an internet connection, so you can still see. I'm using my actual phone, okay, for this video. You can see that we have all these values. As we were clicking on it, it was showing, okay. So so we just have to turn this internet off rather. Let me just turn it off. Okay. Okay. So with this one turned off, and let's click again. Okay. Okay. So when clicked, we get connection error here. Okay. So that's what I want you to see. So if we don't surround our whole operation here with a try catch, then we will get our app crashed or maybe frozen or something. So with this one here now, we now know that we are able to handle that error here. So we can do something there in the catch. Okay. So let's turn back the internet on, and let's move on. So we are handling this error here. Okay. Try catch, and then um this try catch, the simple function of this try catch is that it will always catch the error. Okay, catch any error, and then we can do something in the catch when an error is thrown. Okay, so that's for now. We are just printing. That's okay. So we are done with this one. But then, how do we get to know that? How do we get to load? I mean, show a loading dialog here. Okay, when this is actually being pushed to the, I mean, post to the firebase. So to do something like that, we can quickly do something. Okay, let's create a variable here, an instant variable here. Let's say a boolean. Okay, and let's say it's loading, and let's set it to false. So with this one, when we try here, when it come inside here, we the moment this method is called, okay, inside our add food item page, let me close some pages because for now let me close these pages. And then when we go into our add food item page here, when this button is clicked, okay, this method is called from our model, which is the add food, which is this side. Okay, so when this is called, we want this method to turn to true. Yes, so we can set is loading to true, because now something is going to happen at the background. Something is going to be posted to this URL, and then that means something is loading, and then we have to call our notifier listener. So the model, the scope model, has this notifier listener, and then we are extending the model so we have access to this method. So this method, in a simple term, think about set state when you are using a stateful widget. Okay, so this method will rebuild, okay, will act like a set state, okay, and then rebuild the whole page when this one is called. Okay, so when this one is set to true, we are rebuilding the page again to make sure that new values are loaded on the page. Okay, that makes sense. So here we already have our error handling working for now, a simple error handling. And then when we are done pushing the data here, into the database, okay, into our Firebase database, we can now set is loading, okay, is loading to false because now everything is done and then we are not loading, okay, that firelessness, okay, and that one is good. And when an error is thrown, that means the thing never worked. And then we also want to set is loading to false, okay, and then we also have to notify listeners, okay. Forget about the print. Let me just comment it, okay. You see what I'm trying to do here. So when there's an error, then that means we are not still in the loading state. We are off. Okay, so we can put this one off. So when this is successful, what do we want to do? We want to send a message to this page that oh it was successful. Okay, so to do that, let's actually change this here void into future. Okay, and then let's make it a feature of boolean, okay, because we want to send true or false to this particular page, which is the food item page. And when we come here, okay, we can return a future dot value, okay, and then the value we want to return when it's successful is true. And then when it is unsuccessful, we also want to return what, false here. I hope you get what I'm trying to do here. So you get the whole point here. So we are returning true or false, which is a future value. That's why I just use future dot value. You can just decide to return true, but I think using this one makes more sense. Okay, so future, and then we return a boolean. Okay, so now when we go into our add food item page here, okay, we are when you click this method is called, and then the whole function will run again and all that. So on this on top page, I'm going to call, I mean on top, okay, from the guest, I'm just going to copy this code here. I mean, cut the code there, and then create a method called on submit, and then the on submit, I can put this whole code there. So we don't have our model inside our method here because we can't wrap a method with our scope model descendant. Okay, so what we can do is either pass the model here, okay, maybe accept it like this, and this will go, okay, or we can decide to just pass this method down to this on submit. So let's just go ahead and then pass the function. I want it this way, okay, so that we don't use any model here. Maybe later if you want a model, we can just come in and use it here. So for now, I'm just using the function here or the method here, okay. So when I come here, I can call the on submit, yeah, and then pass in the model dot add food instead of passing the whole model there. So I'll pass in the function there, and then that's okay. You get a point. So this one is working. Okay, it will work the same way. But before I test, I want to make sure that when this thing is called, this add food, let me come back. When this add food method, this method is called on this uh, food model, we have access to the it's loading, okay, but then this is having an underscore, so we can't use it outside the class. So let's just create a method to get that. So we'll get it's loading, and then we can return it's loading here, okay, and then that is okay. So when I come back into my food model, I can check, I mean sorry, in the add food item page, I can check if model dot is loading, okay, then I will want to show loading progress indicator, okay. I want to show that one there. So let's go ahead and then create the dialog or the loading progress indicator there. Let's go ahead and create a dialog here. So we are going to create a dialog which is a feature void, and then we say show loading indicator, something like that. I think any name that you want to give it is fine. So let's return the show dialog because we are using a dialog for this, and then the dialog need a context. We have to pass in the context to it. Now when we come here, we can also specify the barrier dismissible, and then we are setting it to false. So what this does is it will prevent the user from clicking outside the the dialog and then dismissing the dialog. Okay, so we don't want the user to just dismiss the dialog because we are trying to load something. Okay, and then here we can also use the builder. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll just the builder, and then we can use build contest and then contest here, and then we can return an alert dialog. Okay, and then inside the alert dialog, sorry, it's supposed to be a semicolon. So inside the alert dialog, we can set the content of the alert dialog to a row because I'm just going to use a circular, sorry, children, I've forgotten. So we have circular indicator, progress indicator here, and then we also want to add a text to it. So let's say add in food item. Okay, to show the user, and then let's put a space between these two, so size box, let's use a size box and then give it a weight because they are in a row. So we do this and that, and then let's save it. Okay, so now here, if this model is loading, when this button is called and then this is loading, we want to show that um we want to show that loading, okay, indicator here. Is that okay? So we come here, and then here inside our on submit here, okay, what we want to do is we are also listening. When this method is called, it will return a feature because that's what we did. We said we are returning a feature of true or false. So when it is successful, we are returning true. When it is unsuccessful, we are returning false. Let's say the internet is off and maybe you click on it, then we are going to get false. Okay, that this was unsuccessful. So here we are showing this. Okay, so after everything is successful, okay, we want to turn it off. So we can come here, and because this is returning a future, let's put a sync here. Okay, and let's await on the value here. You get my point, because this will return a future, and that's what we defined inside our model there. Okay, so when this return, we can check, okay, if the value is true. Okay, we can check if the value is true, and we can quickly take the dialog off. Okay, this dialog, we can take it off. So we can go ahead and say show, sorry, navigator dot of contest dot pop. Okay, when we do this, okay, we are making sure that when this is returning true, we take this one off. Okay, when it is forced to, we will also take it off. Okay, but for now, let's just do it this way because we will work on a message or something else to do when this thing is off. Okay, so let's see something, and then let's click on it and see if you are going to get something loading. So let's click on it and see, and then we have this loading, and then it's gone. Okay, because it completed um pushing the data inside. So I have a lot of data here because of what we were trying to do and all of that. So let's just delete some. let's delete um let's delete sorry, this is going to bore you, but that's okay. Okay, so I just want to delete lots of value from here. um I don't know, this is too much, the same dummy data over and over. So that's how we've done a simple error handling, and then that is okay. Okay, so with this one, you get a whole concept. I just want to remove this. uh, you can skip if you want. Okay, so I have three values here. Okay, so with this one now done, I let's press the button again and see what happens. So we have three items here, so let's click on it again. It loads. Okay, and then after it is done, it shows here, and then the dialog disappears. So we can also show a snack bar that this is done. Okay, maybe a snack bar somewhere here. Okay, that this is successfully done. Okay, so I think for now let's just show a snack bar. So when this is successful, okay, we can now show a snack bar. So snack bar, snack bar. Let's for now we are just showing a snack bar. Maybe later we use a toast or something. And inside here we can specify the content and say um, a content, and then we can say food. Let's say food item successfully added to database or successfully added. Anyway, that's okay. Okay, so we can show this simple snack bar there, and then we can also let's see something. Let me see something from here. Oh shit, sorry, sorry about that. Don't worry. So we have this here, okay, and to also show it, we can also go ahead and then let me quickly do something on the scaffold. Let's give the scaffold a key, okay. So scaffold. Okay, state, that's how I'm going to call it. State key. Let me just make the key here and then copy this code here and then come here, right? Under this, I'm going to create a global key, say scaffold state key, and then put this one there. Let's do the same thing. Okay. And then inside here, you want to show that snug bar, so that, I'm sorry, dot of sorry dot current state that shows snug bar, and then we can put this one there. So snug bar. Okay. So when we save it, let's try this again. So after this, after popping it off, you can see this snug bar. Let's see further time successfully added. So this is what we want. And then when it is false, we can also go ahead and else if value is false. Okay, let's make this a boolean. So let's make it strictly typed. Okay, and then when we do this, we now copy this same code here, but this time change it to um food item was, okay, let's say fail to add food item. Okay, save it, and let's see something. Let's turn off the internet. Okay, and then with this one, let's just try something again. You see, fail to add food item, and then that is okay. So we were able to handle that error when there's no internet. We were able to handle the error. Okay, so one more thing here is when we fetch, okay, when we add into our food item, we also want to fetch after adding. Okay, so quickly we have to just call this method here because after adding we want to fetch it. Okay, we want to fetch it back. Okay, so let's call this method fetch foods here, and that's okay. Let me just fetch food items here. That's okay. Okay, so so that when we go back, we can see all the items that we have. So let me turn on the internet again. Okay, sorry about that. So with this one, we now can go add it again, and then it's trying to load, and then food item successfully added. So we can try again, and then it's working fine. So let's go back. Okay, so we come to this page, okay, and then let's go to the explore page, and yeah, we have a lot of items here, and then now we are having an error. Let's go into the favorite page, which is the explore page. We've not changed the file name. That's okay, we will change it later. So just put in mind that this favorite page is the explore page, okay. So let's see what the problem is here. we have a container here, and then we have a column here. We are putting our we have a lot of things to clean here. Okay, we have a lot of things to clean here. So quickly, I'll just take this code out. Okay, and then put a list view here. Okay, a list view here, and then the children will be here. But let me just come here and paste the code here, and then comment the whole code, because we are just going to take some things out. So we know that we have let's now put the color here, background color here, colors dot white, and then let's see what we are doing here. So we have this scope model here. Okay, scope model descendant here. We can copy that code. Okay, okay, copy that code, and let's see, wait, um we can't copy that code. Okay, let me just copy that code rather here, and then change this into that code. For now, let me see something. Okay, okay, so when we change it here, I'll rather change this one to list view here, and then remove this thing here. Okay, then we have this. Okay, still the same. Yeah, it's just that we've changed it to list view. That's okay. And then let's save it and see something, because we have to put it in the list view. Okay, so we now have it and we can scroll. That's okay. That's okay. And we lose our padding. Okay, so to solve this problem, let's I don't want to do it on this. I don't want to do it on this rather. So we can wrap this list view with a container, and then that will be okay. So let's see. Let's wrap this with a container rather. Okay. And let's save it and see if you get something. It still remains the same. Okay. So then we can go ahead and or let's just let me just put a pattern here and see something. Let's just use a pattern. Okay. So that causes a problem. So let's just take it out and save it. Okay. So now let's put our pattern here, and then edge insect dot um symmetric here, and then let's go to horizontal, and then we can specify 20. That's 0. Let's see. Okay, so we have some pattern inside here. We have where's our food card, food item here. Let me check something from there. And then when we come here, we have all this long design here, because we chose not to use the card. Okay, in case you want to do, you can go ahead and use the card. But there's something here. I want to change this color to, let's say, 12. Let's see something. Yeah, I think this one is okay for now. Okay, so we have this, but you see this whole code is coming from our database here. Okay, we have like 7 items here. So 7 items here. Okay, that's fine. So now we have all our list items here, and that is okay for now. Okay, we will do some things here. Anyway, so we have this here. So now we know that our error handling in our food item here is working. Okay, when you click on this, now when you click on this validation will now show up. Okay, so that's okay. So what can we do now? What else can we do now? So let's go back to the explore page and let's see something. Previously we were trying to make this responsive. I mean, not responsive, sorry, um, real time, so that when something changes there, it affects this place and all that. So let's see how we can do that. We know we have this items here, that's okay. And then when we go into the food model, like before, like I said before, this notify list now will notify when something changes. Okay, from here, like the set state. So we inside our fetch food, okay, when we are done fetching, okay, and doing all this thing, I just want to specify to need firelessness, okay, and then I think when we do this, it make more sense here. So let's now see what happens. Let me just delete some items here. Okay, let me delete the items here and see something, because I'm expecting this to change. Okay, when this database changes. Okay, you see when we came back, the value kept changing. You get my point? So this what, see, when we delete one here and then go back, okay, then when we go back, you see the value is now gone. Let me show you. So it becomes real time, okay, because of the notifier list now there, okay, and how we are using the model. So look at something. When I close this one, delete this one, it changes. You get a point. So in the same way, when we click on this, okay, and then change this to something, and then enter, it changes quickly something. So now it is real time at this moment. So we will stop the tutorial for at this point here, and we will come back to this fetch food because we also want to add some loader on the page when we are loading and all that. And then I think in the next video tutorial, we are going to make sure that we add image to the system, I think. And we will also start this drawer, okay, because when you check the original design for this, okay, we are not using the exact design because there's someone design, you can't use someone's application, and then this for educational purposes, okay. So we are not going to build the exact navigation, even though we can do that. But then if you are going to do that, it's like you're building someone's application, and that is, I don't know, maybe copyright or something. So we are just going to do something like this, okay. And then we'll put some header here, add some profile image here, and then some text and all that. We will design those things later in the next video, and then make sure that when we create a food item, we add the image to it, and then we will work on the categories so that we will get a chance to display the categories here, okay. And then we will work on these search items, and then work on this. It's a whole lot of work to do, okay. And then where the delivery comes in, we also have to make sure that we also do the how do you call it, the delivery status and all that. We have to check at real time, okay. So looking at this is okay for now. So guys, I will see you in the next video tutorial. Please and please, if you really like this video, okay, and you are downloading this video, please like it. If that's the only thing you can do to help me, okay, because this is for free, I'm not charging you for anything. So to encourage me to do more of these videos, kindly like the videos, and then share with people, share with friends, and then let's do more, okay. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.